Hey, so in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can basically personalize your leads data. Again, this is really crucial if you are doing a cold outreach or if you are doing basically LinkedIn outreach. Personalizing your outreach message is very important in order to get high response rate, right? And this is the system that basically in I'm selling to agencies and freelancers in like $2,500. So again, you can easily understand the value of the system. And again, on this channel, I'm only sharing those system which are easy to understand, which are very simple to make, and also has a high value. So again, if you are interested, if you are curious about how to build such a system that basically yield more than 3 to 4% reply rate, this is the video for you. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the whole system and also show you how you can basically build a similar system for yourself, and also like link for this blueprint and all the instructions in the description box below. So like if you want to basically download the system and then plug the system into your n8n workflow, you can easily download it by just clicking the link in the description box below. Yeah, so now let's start with the video. So, let me walk you through the entire system that right now you're seeing on the screen, and again, it is built upon n8n platform. So in my previous video, I was like talking a lot about make.com and everything, but again now I have like moved some of my workflows to n8n because I found n8n much more intuitive and cost effective for some cases, not all the cases. Again, we'll talk about that in some other videos where I'll be comparing make.com and n8n. But again, in this video, let's talk about how exactly the system is working and then what sort of results it will generate as a personalization icebreaker. I would say it is an icebreaker or whatever you want to call it. But again, if you just plug those one or two lines into your outreach message, it will then bump up your response rate like from 1% to 2, 3, 4%. Even like I've seen 5 to 7% reply rates as well with this personalization system. Again, it's totally depend upon like whom you are reaching out to and in which industry you are like working in. In some industry, this personalization will not work as expected, right? So yeah, but now again, let's first jump to the system and let me show you how I built the system. So basically, in n8n, basically, all the workflows will always start with a trigger, right? So if you don't add any trigger, you cannot run any workflows in n8n basically. So triggers are everything in n8n. So basically, in that, I have set up the one trigger where I can basically input a code or a JSON data. And basically, this is the test workflow, right? So basically, let's say if I want to test the system on like one or two or three website manually, this is how you can set up this first trigger where I have like added website URL and the company name. Again, definitely you can change it by just clicking on this pencil icon. And if you just click on this, let me change this for now. Let me put it databox.com, and also let's change the company name as well, right? So there is an option called pin or unpin data. Like let's say if you pin this data, you can use this data without running this particular node every time you test your workflow, right? So that is a benefit of pinning the data. You can use this data in any sort of a node there where like there's a use case of that, right? Now the second node is like your http request node where we can call apis, where we can like basically get the html content of any website that you want, right? So in that http node, what if basically this is the api that we are using to get metadata of the website, like meta title and the description. Again, this is the free api that you can use because this particular platform is providing free search metadata API. So and that to like unlimited, right? So in that method is get URL is this, which you can basically find on their website as well, api.dub.co, right? But again, you don't need to because I'm going to give you this entire workflow for free. You just need to click the link in the description box below and you will get this workflow entirely for free, right? And here, what we did is like we basically input this website URL to this one, right? So that we'll get title and the description once we run this test workflow. So let me show you what exactly we'll get if we test it out. So for that, you just need to click here, test step, right? And then here is, as you can see, we got title and the description, and then also the image that has been used on the website homepage, and the powered by, right? Okay, so that's their branding. But yeah, so Databox and analytics platform, that's powerful but easy to use. Description is this. So yeah, very pretty much useful for our personalization as well. So we'll use that in later. I'll show you that how we're going to use that. Then there's another HTTP node where we put our website into that, and then we'll try to get the HTML content of that, right? So for that, we always, let's say if you want to get any data from a website, we always use method get. Now again, there are a bunch of methods. Let's say post. So let's say if you want to send data to third party tool or a website, in that case we'll use post method. Again, we'll have a separate video on HTTP node in n8n where I will discuss about all of these things. But yeah, for now, let's just understand that much. And then in the URL, what we'll do, we'll basically input this website URL basically to get the data of HTML content of the website, right? So let's say if we click on this test step, we'll get the HTML content of that website. As you can see right now here, we have got a very long query, or the, you can say, the HTML text which contains the code. And then again, this is not that easy to understand, right? So what we are going to do is, now the next step is we will check if the data is exist or not, right? So let's say, for example, if data is exist, for example, then we'll basically go further. If not, we'll not. And then again, there's another node called HTML to text, which actually convert that HTML text that we have generated here, right? Let me pin this data as well. We have generated here, and then it will then convert that into the text. So now let me show you how that works. So click on this text, and then you see, right? Basically, see, it has converted all, it has removed all the HTML tags and everything, and then it has just converted that into the pure text form. And now this is really useful. We can use this data in any way we want, basically, right? So now, and in our further steps, we'll basically check if the data is less than 10,000 character or not. Even if it is not, we'll anyways going further. But if it is, it will be much easier to basically summarize that data. And to summarize that, we are using actually Google Gemini chat model, right? And again, one really important thing, let's say if you don't know how to set up, okay, so first of all, now here we are using a tool agent, or you can say AI agent, where like we have added some prompts. We are saying that, okay, this is the company name, the website data, meta title, meta description, website text, everything is this. And then system, you're an AI assistant, you will receive an input in the following format, right? And then analyze all these details to extract the core information, then output only detailed summary that captures the company's main activity, mission, and unique selling points, because we only need these three data in order to personalize our, in order to like basically create icebreakers or create a personalized line for our emails or for our LinkedIn outreach. And let's say if we test the steps, so this is the summarized version of that text that we have generated in our previous node, right? So again, you can also like basically modify the prompt according to your requirement. This is what I'm using right now, and it's working really well for me. Also, like there are a few other people who are using this exact system without any modification, and then they are getting some phenomenal results, like 3% reply rate, 4% reply rate. And then if you are into cold outbound, you already know that reply rate more than 2% are way beyond the industry benchmark, right? So yeah, again, for this we are using Gemini chat model. And if you want to use my API, like if you don't like for this to set up, you need a Gemini API. And if you want it, I can also provide you that API as well, because for this, like if you really want to use this for free, you have to create your Cloud Console account, Google Cloud Console, in which you have to add your card, and then it will give you 3 free months. But again, if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to get into that struggle, I'll also like add my API key in the doc. You can use that. And yeah, I'm just trying to provide value in any way possible. So yeah, you can use my API. Then you can basically generate a lot of personalization email, because I have that 3 month free account where you can have unlimited number of usage, right? So now the next step is like it will then split out all the responses, all the output from the previous node. And then let's say if you now want to create, now this is the main thing, right? When we are actually creating that icebreaker or the personalized line. So let's say here's the prompt. Let me show you that. Okay, basically. So this is the system prompt, right? So rules: give the total word count sub 20, refrain from taking the name of the website owner, and instead talk in second person using you, use direct. And also like this is the long written prompt that I have like written very carefully and very thoughtfully, right? By after like doing more than 50,000 after like sending more than 50,000 emails, I know like which what is working, what is not working. So based on that, I have like created this prompt. And then this is a user prompt where we are actually giving this OpenAI data from the previous node. And then also like we are actually giving them instruction that, okay, hey, write a 2 sentence icebreaker. First sentence, make an observation about something very specific they accomplished. You must use numbers, results, and client name. Second sentence, ask a question that subtly suggests they might need help or something like that. And then these are the examples that I have given to this model, so that the model will understand what sort of icebreaker I need, right? Again, you can remove this example and you can use your own examples as well, which has worked really well for you. And this particular system will generate icebreaker according to those examples, right? You can also like modify this prompt if you want, but again, I would highly recommend, if you are just starting out, use the system exactly as it is. If you have some experience, you can definitely mold this system as per your experience and the requirement. But yeah, so now let's run this system completely for the first time, and then see what sort of output we'll get for the databox.com, what sort of personalization or the icebreaker we'll get. So now let's click on this test workflow and let's wait for some time. Yeah. Oh, I think my API has reached its limits. Let me solve that as well. I have figured out the problem, and then the problem is with my credit in the OpenAI. Basically, it was over, so I forgot to add more credits to that. So basically, I just added $10 credits in my account just to show you that how what sort of a personalization will create. So basically, now let's again click on the test workflow, and this time it should work. And let's see. Yeah, I think this time it worked really well. And then now let's see what sort of a notice. So this is the icebreaker that we have generated from the system. So basically, the icebreaker is notice data box improved, team reporting speed. Are you aiming to support more business data visibility? Now again, if you just read it carefully, you feel that this is something very personal, because we are like talking in their own language, where like we are just talking in the reporting and the data and visibility. We bring that angle to the icebreaker, and then this is really important. Let's say if you know how to talk in their own how to talk in your client's language, believe me, that would be game changer for you. You can easily get a high reply and response rate. And then let's say if you just improve your reply rate by 1%, let's say if you take it from 1 to 2, believe me, that will basically add thousands of dollars in revenue for your business, right? So that is why the system is really valuable. And this is how I create. And then now you know how the systems works, and then how we have created this system. So basically, let's say if you have any questions or anything that is not clear to you, let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely try to make another video that will clarify all of your doubts regarding the system, or else if possible I'll reply to all of you in the comment section to clear all of your doubt, right? So again, if you want this exact blueprint and the instruction to set up this system, I have I have left the link of this system and the instruction in the description box. So you can click on that link, and you can get the system for free entirely, right? So now I hope you like this video. You found this video really helpful and valuable. If yes, like this video, subscribe this channel, because on this channel consistently I'm going to post more such videos in upcoming days and weeks. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye. Take care.